Hello, 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 hello. Good morning, good evening. Hello, everyone. Long time, has been quite a while that has been not on the channel because it's been quite busy as well, personal stuff in life since October. Also as well, back and forth to different countries, so therefore has been quite tough to put some, you know, videos or studies, whatever, in the channel. But now, this January is continued busy in a way, like yes, it's traveling, organize some stuff, and personal life has been quite intense. Let's put it this way. But I'm trying to get as much as I can time wise, and when I have some space, and then try to bring some stuff to get some little information as well, no? And yeah, thank you very much for everyone who's been contacting me so far since last year, just asking me what's going on, what disappeared, And yeah, here I am again. It's little time, but I try to get some little space sometimes when I have a time just to get some, something to send out or something to say, something to just to say hi, to give you, kind of little attention. That's per se. Everybody likes some TLC. I think is important. And in the meanwhile, the time has been out. My privately, I get some a lot of messages from other people. Thank you very much for people still interested in my content, and I need to really, really, really like to say thank you so much for the last year. You guys have been brilliant to just to follow me up and give a lot of attention, give about my questions, also informations about especially about spirituality. So that's quite nice as well. And today I would realize, okay, I need to do some. I'm gonna start again, and that's where I did the beginning because it was quite interesting to people who have no um I don't say like it's information, but sometimes like they get some doubts and they ask me personally. I think sometimes better off to just put some things in a board, you explain it nicely. But also as well, I get some tastes. I believe I like to read out to people to give some explanation because basically it was a lot of questions I got this year, especially last year, December, November, December, January as well. Regarding the Umbanda, especially, Umbanda codes and how the history itself, because a lot of things, information has been sent out, let's put it this way, and on literatures, or the internet, whatever. However, is a lot of things has been quite a mixed match because I can see a lot what is out there is not the people to practicing the Umbanda itself. People don't really the who practicing doesn't give the full information for because sometimes the language barrier is the issue. Sometimes some information is not be allowed to pass it on because initiation matters, matters. And also as well, like yeah, sometimes I think it's just like as a misinformation in general. And therefore I think it is for me as a practitioner of the religion itself. And I think it's important to give us some basic stuff and the full information more way, like to what I learned from my elders. And also as well, I think it is important to share that because then it gives more people clarified what we're talking about when they read what is being like pasteurized information or sometimes it's being completely modified by the people, especially when they go to Brazil for ear gap or whatever. They visit a lot of shrines and they mix match the whole thing. It's like they make it basically what I read, what I see is sometimes what I come across, or sometimes I think otherwise, like what is that? Because it's really, let's say, a lot of information is really compacted in one thing, in reality is not. And especially Zumban itself, especially in Brazil, because like Brazil is a continental country, let's put it this way. Every single state they have their own culture. Every single state has their own way of living. Every single state is not the same. We are the same country, but we have a different culture. We have a different dialect. We have just a different way of living, believing. Even we speak the same language. We follow the same bond structures, put this way. We have our nuances in the peculiarities as well. So therefore, I think it's sometimes when a literature they just put everything together, to amalgamate the whole thing. They believe is that what is really not reality, And today I try to simplify a little bit in as much as I can, because I think it is important to think about it, but also as well, like as someone who does, you understand a little bit. It's not my truth, let's put it this way. However, it's like is what I see on a daily basis, what has been learned, what has been practiced, what has been seen, especially when I go back and forth there. And yeah, that thing is more just elucidates a little bit more what are people are saying, what are people are perceptions, what it could be, and what it is at the end of the day. And I think it is important to get to clarify a few things. I put here in the board that I find what taste is very interesting. What a guy never amazing blog. His name is Renato Guimarães. And this is not. I think it does. I found is really interesting how it is summarized, synthesized in a very clear way what Zumbanda is about. And definitely I think it's really interesting how they start the special taste like was Umbanda within Umbanda. Why within? Because Umbanda is, yes, is let's just say is ancestor venerations, to be honest. But because it's also it starts as a family, veneration for the ancestors. So every family has different way. Every ancestor have their own peculiarity. When I say that is, for example, is my family, we have the elder who likes, for example, specific type of food, drink, specific type of what others say, those things. And also as well, like my family, or follow one line that what he's being taught us, let's put it this way. And then the other family who does the same cult, the same reverence, the same practice in the way, but they do exactly different because according to with the elders. So therefore, when as you put it together, it's still like, okay, this is really the big, let's say, the Brazilian religion, yes, but the practicing in every single state, in every single family, let's put it this way, it's likely different. So therefore, I cannot really. They go to follow up the same guidelines, let's put it this way, but doesn't mean it has to be equal. Not, it's not, because this is a family, the family rituals, is a family code. And also the big cities, sometimes you see everything to be like unified, just to make something easier, because sometimes there's no depend of the geographically, or also the logistic place is difficult to people to move around, or to get the same the subject, or sometimes the object, sometimes that is yeah, basically the field, like as the herbs, plants, animals, whatever. Sometimes there's because the difficult of it. Sometimes they will no, basically the big city centers, they would summarize the whole thing. However, it's still different. That's my point. So therefore, I think it's very important to you guys to get a little bit of glimpse of that. Okay, so I go to make this video a little bit shorter. You go to the next one. Let's see. Thank you. Let's put this way.